Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new or if you're coming over from the playlist. I'm Holly, and today I'm sharing with you a fun collaboration with you. It is treats for my sweet, and we're getting to make some Valentine's Day desserts that you can try and make for your family as well. And I know you're going to find lots of inspiration in this. I'm going to leave the playlist down below in the description box of my YouTube friends making some delicious recipes. And it is being hosted by Desiree at AKA at Mama Friendly. She has great content on her channel. She does a lot of recipes that are gluten and dairy free. She also is a homeschool mom and does that with a Disney twist. So she has lots of great content there. So please be sure to go and check her channel out. I know you will love her as much as I do. And now I'm going to share with you the two recipes that I made for this collaboration, and I hope that you enjoy the video. And for this first recipe, I'm making a raspberry chocolate chunk cookie, and I'm making two cookie recipes for this video. So the first one, you will need a half a cup of granulated sugar, 3/4 cup of light brown sugar, 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1.5 cups of red raspberries, and you want those to be frozen, not fresh raspberries, so make sure they're frozen. You'll need a teaspoon of baking soda and 3/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 cup of chocolate chunks, and it said dark chocolate. They didn't have that, so I got the semi-sweet, which is just, just as good. A teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 cup of salted butter, softened, and 2 eggs. And now I'm going to show you how to make this one really quick and easy. So the first thing you need to do is take that softened butter, and I usually cut them up in cubes just to kind of get it to go a little faster, to, soften up. And I first mix that in the mixer just to kind of get it creamy. And then I'm going to start adding the sugar to this. So I add the white sugar first. Then I add in the light brown sugar, and you want to mix that up until it gets to a creamy consistency. So you're creaming the butter and the sugar together. So just mix that until, like I said, you get a creamy consistency. Add the eggs. And then once you have that mixed in a little bit, then start adding the vanilla extract. And you're going to mix this until everything gets fully incorporated. You want to take a spatula and just kind of get the sides down into the bowls. That way everything is completely mixed in. Once you have that done, then I start adding the flour, and I just add a little bit at a time. And you want to just mix the flour in until it just disappears and you don't see the white of it anymore. I also add in the salt and the baking soda. And then I'm going to continue to add in that flour. But I don't overmix this. So, like I said, once I see where that flour is mixed in and I don't have any more of the white showing, then I turn it off. And add the chocolate chunks in. I add a little bit at a time, just so that way it's a little bit easier to mix. Add the raspberries in, and I just add a little bit at a time. The recipe says not to overmix it because you don't want to break it up too much. But I feel like since they're frozen, they do need to be broken up just a little bit. And I also did not add the full 1.5 cups. I just added 1 cup. I wish I would have added all of it. I was concerned because it felt like it was too much, and I was reading the reviews on it or the comments on it, and some people just put 1 cup instead, but I kind of wish I would have added all of it. So, if you want that raspberry in there, add all of it. So just be careful. It is thick, like you can see here. It's just a very thick dough. So I'm trying to not break them up too much, but get it to where, I'm able to scoop it out onto a cookie sheet. And you will need to, use a spatula to kind of get it off the spoon and everything. And once I have it all mixed in, the best that I can, then I just line a cookie sheet and with some parchment paper, and then put those on with a, just a cookie scoop. Put them in the oven on 350, anywhere from 10 to 12 minutes. It just depends on how large of a cookie that you want. And, it is going to be somewhat of a cakey consistency. And I wanted to show you the first batch I had they kind of spread a little bit, so they became bigger and a little bit flatter. I kind of wish I would have stayed with that, but I ended up adding 1/4 of a cup more flour to it and mixed it in. So when I did that, they became a little bit more, a little smaller, but a little fluffier, I guess. But no matter however you make it, they're still good. But you can see when I go to break one that it is a cakey sort of texture in the inside, like you can see here. So it's going to be a cakey type cookie. It's not going to be, a crunchy cookie or anything like that, or even a chewy cookie. So it is more of a cakey type consistency. But they were still good, so still enjoyed these. And like I said, you don't see a lot of the raspberry in there because I didn't add a lot of the raspberry to it. So I'm a little disappointed with that. But other than that, the ones that did have it were really delicious. And they're not the prettiest color, but they did not look like the one that was in the picture of the recipe that I tried. But I'm going to leave the link down below so you can try it if you'd like. But they were still delicious, so I still, enjoyed these. And this next one's just a super easy cake mix cookie. So you need strawberry. You can use any flavor that you want. Also, 1/2 cup of butter. It says unsalted, but I just had regular, so that's what I'm using, and it worked out fine. 2 eggs, 3 ounces of cream cheese, and 3/4 cup of any type of chocolate chips that you like. I'm using the white ones because that's what I had on hand right now. And the first thing you will do is you want to soften that. Make sure your butter and your cream cheese is softened. Put it into a mixing bowl, and then we're going to mix it up until it becomes a smooth consistency. Now add in the eggs, and you want to make sure you fully get that mixed in, so that way it's fully incorporated, all of those ingredients mixed together. Then add the cake mix, and I just add a little bit at a time, and just, like I said, mix it until everything is fully incorporated. It does not take long at all to do that. Now, once you have all of that mixed up, then add the chocolate chips, whichever ones you're going to use. I add just a little bit at a time because, as you can see, it's going to be a thick dough. So just kind of fold it in just a little bit at a time. And that just helps, to not have it too many chips in there to try to stir it at one time. So once I get it all mixed in, and once I'm done, I line a cookie sheet with some parchment paper, and then I'm going to put these in the oven on 350 between 10 and 12 minutes until they're done. And you can see these turned out great. These were really delicious. The color is a little different on here than it is in person. It's more of a lighter pink color, but these were really delicious, really nice strawberry flavor. And as I said, you can do this with any flavored cake mix that you want, and a nice little treat. But I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to check the playlist down below, and also Desiree's channel. I know you'll find some great recipes to try for Valentine's Day. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're interested in seeing more like it, please click that subscribe button and the notification bell. That will notify you when I post new videos. Hope everyone has a blessed day. God bless y'all.